JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, cabbie and passenger shot by a cop in downtown Kingston. A taxi driver and his female passenger were reportedly injured after a police officer opened fire at the cabbie in downtown Kingston on Thursday morning. Reports are that about 11 a.m., the taxi driver was traveling in the North Parade section of the commercial district when the police officer signaled the cabbie to stop. The cabbie allegedly failed to obey the cop before attempting to use his vehicle to hit the officer. The lawman reportedly then opened fire, hitting the driver and a female passenger, who were then rushed to hospital. Personnel from the Independent Commission of Investigations visited the scene. The conditions of the injured individuals are not known at this time. Mach 11 submachine gun seized in Portmore after suspects flee. The St. Catherine South Police Division has stated that it continues to reap success from increased operational activities across the division. The latest success, according to the police, occurred on Tuesday, August 31, after a target raid yielded a firearm and several rounds of ammunition in Naggohead, Portmore and St. Catherine. Reports are that between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., two men ran, leaving behind a Mach 11 submachine gun loaded with 5 rounds of ammunition. Superintendent Upton Nicholson asserted that we are encouraging persons to support the efforts of the security forces as we continue to pursue the criminals across the St. Catherine South Police Division. We'll continue these operations to apprehend those who choose to create havoc within the St. Catherine South Police Division. The police are asking anyone with information about criminal activities, illegal guns, and illicit drugs to contact Crime Stopper 311 or Police 119 emergency number or the nearest police station. Manchester man charged with murder after allegedly being caught with victim's phone. A Manchester man has been charged with murder after a cell phone belonging to the victim was found in his possession nearly 3 months after the May 31 killing. Charged is 29-year-old Ricardo Kennedy, otherwise called Ricky, of Christiana. Reports are that on May 30, 67-year-old Dwayne Wallace, otherwise called Jackie Wallace, also of Christiana, and Kennedy were at a bar in the area when Wallace spoke about a quantity of cash that he had. The police said a day later, Wallace's home was ransacked and his body later found with multiple stab wounds. On Wednesday, August 11, Kennedy was arrested after he was found in possession of Wallace's cellular phone. Kennedy was charged on Wednesday, September 1. Clarendon man charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. A man was arrested and charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an operation along Trenton Road in Clarendon on Wednesday. He has been identified as 31-year-old Hugh Vince McLean of Longbridge Avenue, Maypen, Clarendon. Reports from the Maypen Criminal Investigations Branch are that about 6 p.m., while police conducted the operation in the area, a man was seen walking along the roadway in a manner that arose the suspicion of the lawmen. The man was accosted and searched, and a Glock pistol fitted with a magazine containing 5.40 cartridges was removed from a bag he had around his neck, the police said. He was charged Wednesday, September 1, after a caution statement was recorded and a question and answer session conducted. Anonymous donor pledges $500,000 to assist COVID fight at Southern Regional Hospitals. An anonymous donors pledged $500,000 to assist hospitals in the Southern region to treat COVID-19 patients. The donation comes as managers at Black River, Maypen, and Mandeville hospitals have asked for support to provide medical supplies, beds, tables, and additional items to make patients comfortable and help to treat those in need of urgent care. The supply is being coordinated by David Falb of Lashings Hotel in Treasure Beach with the help of villa owners in the area. As if life cannot get more humbling, yesterday saw so many more great donations come in for a fundraising drive, and then a secret donation came in matching up to $500,000 Jamaican to any monies donated from now on to this humanitarian cause. This will be for specific medical items, which will be agreed and approved by the Regional Health Director, Falb said. This person loves that the frontline health workers have been encouraged through this drive and that her team is delivering the items personally. This is an incredible act of human kindness. It is utterly amazing how this community has reacted, and I honestly feel quite humbled to be a tiny part of this humanitarian drive. It shows the very best in human nature, he said. The monetary pledge follows 3 days of delivering emergency supplies to hospitals by the team from Lashings, Frenchman's Bay Restaurant and Southern Comfort Hotel, with cash donations coming from other hotels and villas in the Treasure Beach area. So far, they have taken temporary beds, toilet tissues, bottles of water, cleaning fluids, and other essential items to hospitals, along with hot food for staff. NWC to sell billions in debt to collection agency. The National Water Commission, NWC, intends to package $15 billion to $20 billion of its debt for sale to a debt collection agency. During a quarterly press briefing today, NWC President Mark Barnett said the debt will be sold at a discounted rate. There are no specifics in terms of customer class. It will be inclusive of domestic, condominium, and commercial customers. Obviously, government accounts will not be part of that, he said. For the period May to July 2021, NWC targeted 20,747 accounts for disconnection, valued at $1.92 billion. The utility company disconnected 13,137 customers, which is equivalent to $1.6 billion. Of those customers, 9,122 reconnected, earning the NWC $384 million. Based on our aggressive approach to collection, we have seen some positive movement in our revenue of the last 3 to 4 months. We did in fact see upwards of about 10% increase in our monthly revenue as a result of these drives we are pursuing, Barnett said. The NWC president reasoned that the additional no-movement days announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness last evening will impact the agency's disconnection drive. On the no-movement days, while we won't be doing any disconnections, certainly on the movement days, we will be coming to you once you haven't paid, he said. Meanwhile, on the issue of storm damage, Tropical Storm Grace has cost the NWC $26 million. Some $18 million was allocated for corrective works at the Avery Sewage Treatment Plant in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, while $2 million was spent to fix a damaged pipeline in Yala, St. Thomas. The remainder was spent to address heavy siltation, blocked pipelines, fallen trees, and debris removal. About 210 facilities were affected island-wide by Tropical Storm Grace, and as of September 1, 208 of the plants were restored, while 2 remain out of operation. And Tropical Storm Ida impacted about 60 facilities, 50 of which have since been restored. PM Holness says to get eligible Jamaicans vaccinated is a national priority. With the Delta strain of the novel coronavirus, which causes the deadly disease COVID-19, showing signs of being the predominant strain of the virus in the United States, and with cases already confirmed in Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has said it is now a national priority to vaccinate every Jamaican. Holness was addressing members of the media Wednesday afternoon at a COVID-19 vaccination community blitz at the Isaac Barron Health Center in St. Thomas. Right now, the national priority is to get every Jamaican vaccinated. That is our objective. So we are engaging the private sector, the churches, and civil society to mobilize as many leaders. Right now, we're about at 13% of Jamaicans receiving at least 1 dose of the vaccine. That is far too low. We're not at a point where vaccination is not having an impact on transmission, and we're far away from the 65% needed to attain herd immunity. With the new Delta strain, it might be that 65% is not even enough. We may have to go even higher, Holness said. The PM said he started engaging the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, to have him and other members and affiliates of the People's National Party, of which Golding is president, to go into communities island-wide to encourage supporters and the non-aligned to get vaccinated. Holness warned that there should be no political bias in the current vaccination campaign. I've written to the leader of the opposition, as was my commitment to him and the nation, that we would involve the leader of the opposition and the opposition generally in the national vaccination campaign, and have asked for his participation and support in the community element and community mobilization. It is clear that there has to be a community mobilization where leaders of the community get out into the community, interact, and give them information, encouragement, and confidence. Holness said political parties have a strong base in communities, and if the vaccination program is to be maximized, both PMP leaders and supporters have to be involved at the community level. Their role will be to go out into the communities. The Ministry of Health will go out into the nooks and crannies and into all the communities in Jamaica to give out this information and they'll canvass persons who want to take the vaccines. They'll work with their members of parliament and other community leaders to make arrangements to move people from where they are to the vaccination centres and to generally build community support for the vaccination, the PM said.
For those of you who have got the vaccine, I ask you to do one more thing. Go back home to your family members who have not taken the vaccine and encourage them to take the vaccine. I urge you, become the ambassadors. You are already the heroes for taking the vaccine. You are the strong fence in the community now. Become the ambassadors. Go to your family members, to your friends, to your children, to your community members, and encourage them to take the vaccine. God bless you. Love.
Jamaica records 572 new COVID-19 cases, 19 more deaths. Jamaica recorded 572 new cases of COVID-19 and 19 additional virus-related deaths on Wednesday. This brings the total number of confirmed cases to 69,054 and the death toll to 1,568. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the deaths occurred between August 29 and August 31. They include a 38-year-old woman, a 72-year-old man, a 63-year-old man, and a 43-year-old woman from St. Elizabeth, an 86-year-old woman and an 86-year-old man from St. Mary, a 68-year-old man from St. Thomas, a 68-year-old woman and a 57-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 59-year-old man, a 76-year-old man, a 64-year-old woman, and a 37-year-old woman from Westmoreland, an 87-year-old man, a 79-year-old man, an 88-year-old woman, a 54-year-old woman, a 74-year-old woman, and a 61-year-old woman from St. Anne. Of the 572 newly reported cases, there were 315 females and 257 males with ages ranging from 17 days to 97 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 167, St. Catherine, 84, St. James and Manchester, 67 each, St. Thomas, 34, Westmoreland, 27, Trelawney, 26, Clarendon, 25, St. Anne, 24, Hanover, Portland, and St. Elizabeth, 14 each, and St. Mary, 9. The country also recorded 91 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 48,493. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember, subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.